Now we will see Taylor's relation for determination of tool life. Out of various factors which are responsible for tool wear and tool life, cutting speed and temperature are considered as most important and prominent factor to affect tool life. And temperature is somehow dependent on the cutting speed. So, out of cutting speed and temperature, cutting speed is considered as one of the prominent factor to affect tool life. With increasing cutting speed, tool life decreases rapidly in parabolic manner. As you can see from this graph, with increasing cutting speed, tool life is been decreased. On horizontal axis, you can see tool life in minute. On vertical axis, cutting speed is plotted in per minute. So, Taylor has developed a relation between cutting speed, tool life, and that is given as Vt to the power n is equal to constant. Now, this behavior, suppose we plot it on log scale, log V and log T. Log V is logarithmic value of cutting speed and log T is logarithmic value of time in minute. So suppose we plot this curve on log scale, then we will get a straight line. And the equation of this straight line, suppose log V plus n into log T is equal to log C, where n is what? Exponent which depends on cutting condition, or we can say this n is decreasing slope of this line, that is n. Okay, and C is intercept at time, intercept between velocity and cutting time at time t is equal to 1 minute. So that is how we can get value of constant C. V is cutting speed in meter per minute, T is time in minute for flank to wear or to reach certain dimension, C is constant, and n is exponent. This exponent depends on the cutting condition. Okay, so the value of n is equal to 0.1 to 0.15 for HSS tool, 0.2 to 0.4 for carbide tools, 0.4 to 0.6 for ceramic tool. As the hardness of tool increases, n also increases. Okay, so this Taylor's tool life equation is used for determination of the tool life if cutting speed and time is given. So we can determine the tool life. Moving further, we will discuss on various variables affecting the tool life. As we have discussed, tool wear and tool life both are interrelated. There are many factors which are responsible for wear of the tool. In the same way, there are many factors which are responsible to define or to determine the tool life. First is process variable, that is cutting condition, cutting speed, feed rate and depth of cut. Then material of the tool. Then tool geometry. Then workpiece material, its hardness and its microstructure. This is also one of the responsible factors. Then the surface condition to be produced on the workpiece. Then cutting fluid or coolant which we supply during metal removal process. So these are the various factors which affect the tool life. Okay. Then as we have seen the tool wear, tool life, which directly contributes to the cost of the machining or economics of the metal cutting. Now basic consideration in economics of metal cutting is to produce a satisfactory part at best possible cost. That means we want to produce the part of required dimension, required surface finish, but the cost should be minimum. So what is the best possible cost by which we can produce the material that we need to find out? That is nothing but optimization of metal cutting process. At low cutting speed, tool life is more, but tooling cost is less, but metal removal rate is low. Suppose we consider lesser cutting speed, tool life will be obviously more, tooling cost will be reduced, but metal removal rate will be low and the production time will also increase. At high cutting speed, what will happen? Metal removal rate will be high, but tool life will be shorter, because we have seen tool life decreases with increasing cutting speed. So we need to find out the balance between cutting speed and tool life so that we can reduce the total cost. The tool life corresponding to intermediate cutting speed at which total cost is minimum is called as economical tool life. That means suppose you see here it is cost per unit volume of material removed, and on horizontal axis there is cutting speed. So this is tooling cost and this is cutting cost. Tooling cost, that means suppose we replace the tool or we change the tool or we recondition the tool, the cost included this into this is called as tooling cost. And this is cutting cost, means the power required for removing the metal, that is cutting cost. So balance between these two, suppose we see this curve, this is showing total cost which includes cutting cost as well as tooling cost. So the minimum cost can be found out at this point, and that will be considered as best possible combination of what? Cutting speed and metal removal rate, at which we can get the minimum cost of metal cutting. Okay. Then machinability. There are many factors which are responsible for machinability again. Major factors involved in metal cutting are forces, power, tool wear, tool life, surface finish, dimensional accuracy and machine cost. All these factors depends on large number of other factors. That means forces depends on many factors like tool geometry, workpiece material. Power also depends on velocity and cutting force. Tool wear also has many factors. So it is impossible to combine all these factors and define the machinability. Machinability in simple way, suppose we say the ability of material to get machined, that is called as machinability. How fast it will get machined, so that will be more machinable, or machinability will be good. That way we can say in simple language. But considering all these factors while defining machinability at a stage is difficult. But still, suppose we define machinability, it can be defined as the ease with which material could be machined. Another way, tool life before failure or resharpening of the tool or reconditioning of the tool is called as machinability. Quality of produced machine surface also can be called as machinability. Or power consumption per unit volume of material removed, that is also another way to define machinability. As you can see, machinability depends on what? Operation life, cutting force, surface finish and the type of chip that is been formed. Okay. So generally in production, tool life is given most importance. Hence mostly machinability is related to tool life. Higher tool life means better machinability of work material. That way we can define the machinability. So machinability is evaluated as longer tool life at given cutting condition, or it can be evaluated as low power consumption per unit volume of material removed, or maximum metal removal per tool resharpening, or good and uniform dimensional accuracy of parts that we get out of metal removal process, or easily disposable chips suppose we get. So that is also the way to